I've recently acquired an ancient city without any shriekers or wardens. There he is. Now we've got him where we want him. And we took him down. Just gotta get the first hit. Oh, that's not good. No idea how that came to be, but today I'm going to be upgrading this dingy old place into the futuristic temple it used to be. Whenever I think of futuristic, I think of quartz, and that's not nearly enough, so let's go fix that. Grab a little gold, head over to my piglin trading hall, and put some gold in all these guys' dispensers, and let them trade away. From those 2 stacks of gold I got, 50 quartz. So if I wanted to get a full shulker of quartz, that would take about 277 stacks of gold ingots. Luckily I have a gold farm, and by looking at the stats of about 3 1/3 stacks every 10 minutes, it would take me about 13.8 hours of AFK time, which I'm not the biggest fan of that, so let's try a different alternative of using iron instead. Because inside my iron farm at the spawn chunks, you can see that I have quite the stores of iron and not really a worry of it running out. There's just a slight problem of the iron farm clogging up in the hoppers taking from the kill pits over there, so I think I have a quick kind of dirty solution to the problem. Instead of having the items flow from this side and this side inwards and going in circular motion at the bottom, if I instead take this one, run the line around on the bottom to that hopper over there, it should just be slowed by the speed of the hopper, which I don't think my farm is fast enough for that to be a problem. So we'll remove this hopper right here, and on the other side attach hoppers running to the other side so that all the items can get flowed to just one side. That solves the sorting problem, but now I have the problem of having 55,000 poppies and no idea what to do with all of them. That's a problem for another day though. Don't worry about me just using these 6 shulkers of iron blocks instead of the quartz, because I do like quartz and I think it will be a good block for the build, so I can trade for them at my void trader, where restock time is not an aspect because I'm in the end, and the end is OP. Sadly, I only have a cleric, librarian, and toolsmith right now, so I'm gonna have to breed up some villagers to get a stonemason. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just enough to where it works. Now I just need some carrots. Luckily I have an abundant supply at my industrial district. Here you go boys, eat to your heart's content. Or I guess you can just go to sleep and not... Oh, okay, don't make me pressure you into it. At least take them on a date first. I think I might have to look away. Well, and there one is. Now I just need a few more. While the villagers are growing up, I need to get started on a zombie villager conversion chamber so that I can get cheap trades like this for 1 emerald. In theory, it should be as easy as taking a zombie, leading him up this path, jumping over, and then he falls down here. Now, if that actually happens, probably not, but let's find out. We've got a few volunteers. Okay, we got one entering the creeper farm. Apparently he's stymied by a carpet. There you go, bud. Can he come up a ladder? Why don't you go up all the way? There you go. There's the 200 IQ zombie. Now just walk through this portal if you wouldn't mind. There you go. Thank you. Is he still alive? Oh, there you are, bud. Come right on up. This is working surprisingly well. I'm so confident you'll make it that I'll even name tag you right now. Look at him come up these stairs like a pro. Okay, bud. Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't like me, but let's hope. Okay, just stay in there, Kyle. I'll take care of the Enderman. Now, where's he at? Aha. taken care of. We're all squared away up here now. We got our boy Kyle ready to convert them. Enough villagers for all the new trading stations that I set up. Need some weakness potions and golden apples. Now we can start making the villagers more affordable. Let's hope the splash potion hits all of them. That looks good. There we go. Now it's just time to wait. Sadly I didn't catch it, but the inevitable did happen and I accidentally clicked one of the beds. So needless to say, I lost a few villagers, but these two survived. Progress has been made and these 11 villagers should be curing up for the last time. That took no time at all, and now my void trading outpost is OP. Got my mason villager, which has the quartz trade I was looking for. And while I was at it, I decided to get all 13 of the villager trades. So we got the shepherd, the armorer with 1 diamond armor trades, the fletcher, a fisherman, librarian, leatherworker, toolsmith with 1 emerald tool trades, which is very useful, cleric, cartographer, weaponsmith, with the worst villager trade in game being diamonds for emeralds. Who's foolish enough to do that? The butcher, and lastly the key to my trading empire in the end, which is the farming villager, because he has 4 distinct trades that I can capitalize on, being carrots, beetroot, pumpkin, and melon. Because the only thing that's slowing down void trading is the number of trades you can do with the villager at one point. So if I queue up my farmer villager at the trading area, go in the crouch mode, click on them, I teleport to the other side and can do all 4 of his trades at once. And then once I'm done, click the barrel here to get washed back to the other side and do all the trades I need. Fully stocked up with emeralds, I can put my villager back in his holding cell, move the mason into the trading position, and acquire all the quartz I need. I've been trading for a bit and got a full shulker and a bit, so hopefully that's enough for the ancient city, especially if I use half slabs to stretch the supply. The next resource needed is deep slate of the cobbled variant, and it looks like I have enough in store. Even if I don't have enough on hand, I imagine it won't be too hard to find deep slate down here at the ancient city. The last item I need are frog lights, and we have not quite enough. So let's head to my frog light farm and AFK for more. After a short bit of AFK, we got more than enough lights of all the colors. With all these lights, we should be set to start building. For the first part of the build, I'm going to connect the ancient city to my nether highway. All I need to do is lengthen the branch to Nastrom about 100 blocks. The nether highway branch is now complete and we can get started on the ancient city. First things first, all these sensors will have to go. Now that the noise problem has been solved, it's time to lighten up the area a little bit by punching a hole right in the roof, all the way to the surface so we can get some natural light. I've got my beacon in place, hole marked out right here, so let's get this hole dug. I think I have an OP strat to remove all of this powdered snow. Just put some water. Oh, there we go. Water definitely works good. Oh, he's plotting over there. Well, he helped me out a little bit. So apparently durability is a thing on pickaxes, so I broke my netherite one. I may have gone a little bit overboard in getting my pickaxe back, but now I have 9 full strength diamond ones and 1 netherite one for my personal use. Now we can time lapse digging the hole. The sunroof has now been dug for the ancient city. We got our lush cave there and our ancient city here. It has a nice little spotlight glowing on it compared to the rest of the dark area. Only took about 8 hours to dig this hole, but I got a ton of blocks in the process. And by a lot, I mean these 60 shulkers right here all completely filled with either ore or blocks. So I won't have to get resources for a long time. Couldn't have come at a better time because all the stone I had is in this shulker, and that's not enough to build anything. I figured these 31 shulkers full of stone should be good for a while. I managed to find these 14 emerald ore in that area, so I can get closer to having a stack for each of the different ores. Still have not found a single deep slate emerald block, but we'll find one eventually. Broke only one of the diamond pickaxes I made, so that's good. With all the deep slate that I mined up, I can head back over to the ancient city and now start refining it back into the futuristic civilization it once was. With that, the ancient city has been transformed back into the futuristic civilization it once was, with all the structures rebuilt, with all the stone looking nice and fancy, no more cracks in any of them, quartz lining every single piece of the ground, making my own little changes on the buildings just to make them a little bit different and more light, kind of futuristic looking. And of course, in the middle got the warden head looking nice and fancy with the frog lights nice and glowy looking and the iron outlined with the deep slate tiles. For a little bit of a closer look of the structures, right here is kind of like a worshipping temple with the head in the middle. There's a small little altar, an altar with the pillars on the side and a little bit of a table at the back. The endless hallways. Of course, you got your wool piles. Gotta keep your ice cold somewhere, so why not designate an entire building to that? Looks like we got a flood problem. Have the cool watchtowers. Can't have enough of these structures. You have yet another altar. A cute little house where somebody could live in. I mean, I wouldn't really want to, but to each their own. Cool looking bridge structures mixed throughout. And I honestly don't know what this structure was meant to be, but whenever you go to the upstairs, it kind of just looks like a little bit of a balcony to look out and peer at everything. Honestly, I think my favorite part to transform was these pillars right here. It was just kind of neat taking it from the rubble because all of them are basically completely destroyed to begin with. And then having something that's standing and looks sick. Heading to the middle, you have your little walkways up here and your quartz pillars, keeping everything nice and sturdy. It was a really fun project, but it did take a little bit longer than I expected. Build wise, it took about 20 hours, and There's about 6 shulkers of quartz. But with that, the build is complete. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing and leaving a like so that you don't miss any more of my videos. And I'll catch you all next time. The strife I have with the ancient cities and the wardens is not yet over. The third phase of my plan is yet to come.